Great, excellent. Are you excited to be with me today?
Yes, just give me 1 second.
Sure, I'll continue now. You can join us. Okay.
Okay.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. So inshallah today I decided to have us have a pause and do some recitations of the Quran and
Mm-hmm.
applying some of the rules we've learned. So we learned about the rules of stopping the pausing. Okay, so we want to kind of apply more of it today. So last week we went over some of them. And so were you guys able to check on those rules in the Quran? Any of you guys able to do that? Able to check the Quran and check those rules and see them,
Um,
able to visualize them in the Quran with you.
I only really noticed one or two.
Oh, okay. So we learned seven of them last week. So one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. So we learned seven of them last week. So why not just kind of try to implement those rules and get very good understanding of them, inshallah, today.
Okay.
Okay. Are you all seeing my screen?
Yes.
Great. So is my friend, the youngest of you guys, what's the name? Khalid.
Kali.
Khalid is there. What about
Assalamu
Ridwan?
alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everyone. So today will be a continuation, a brief practice of what last week. We talked about this seven signs that you will see in the Quran. So mind you guys, the Quran that you use sometimes might be different from the one I put on the screen here. I think I already showed you guys one of the difference. So this one is the Madani script. The font is Madani script. It looks a bit different from the one you guys might have used before, the Indo-Pak version, but it's the same Quran, the same word, the same way it's pronounced. Just sometimes the structure of the letters might be a bit different. Okay, so we revised, we learned seven of these rules last week. So the stopping, so that means that you must stop. So and we've talked about why do we have to actually practice the stopping. There are many reasons. So to make emphasis, to give complete meaning to the Quran. Quran is not just reading like without having some kind of connection with it. Especially if you don't know the meaning of the Quran, you might not have it. So can anyone tell us the advantage of reading the Quran? Who want to tell us? Ridwan, are you there with us today?
Yes, alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So why do we have to read the Quran? Why are we even having to read it?
Why do we have to read it?
Why do we need to read it? What's the benefit of it?
To help us guide our life and see how the Prophet lived throughout his
To help us what?
guide our life.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a guidance, right? And so when something is going to be a guide, it means that you understand the content of it, right? You understand the message. And even sometimes, like even if you don't know the meaning of the Quran, just reciting it and making it a habit to recite it, it's a nur. It's like a light that shines to your heart, that guide your mind. You know, when you read the Quran often, you read it, genuinely, and naturally you will be able to avoid many bad things. So let's say, anything evil will not come your way in terms of you doing it or you people doing it against you to not affect you at all. So the Quran, aside from the guidance to our life, helping us to guide our ways, to know what is right, what is wrong. Spiritually, it helps a lot. Okay, so helping you to navigate your life. Sometimes you want to make decision. Allah will use your closeness to the Quran, your continuous recitation of the Quran to guide your mind to make the right decision, and also protection for you as well. And it's heal. It's a healing book for illnesses, anything. So reading it has immense benefits, and memorizing it itself has tons of benefit as well. So as a Muslim, no matter what you do, you are an engineer, you are a doctor, you are whatever you do, Reciting the Quran should not be far away from your life. And so what we are doing here is to learn how to recite it perfectly. Okay? Uh, to the hearing and makes the meaning more understandable. So there's another phase of learning the Quran, which is learning the meaning of the Quran. These days, you guys, there are books, translation of the meaning of the Quran, been written by a lot of people. You can lay your hand on any of them and read the meaning of the ayah reciting. However, to gain reward and to get the spiritual connection, to get the spiritual benefit, you need to learn to read in Arabic. Okay, so the mean means stopping. Okay, you must stop. That is to say, when you stop, it's really compulsory to stop. Why? Because if you don't stop, it's going to distort the meaning of the ayah. The lamb often means do not stop. Okay, do not stop. If you stop here, it's gonna mess up the meaning. The gym and the rest of them are really less stressed out. The rest of the rules, the rest of the symbols. This one's the G means you see stop or continue, right? Both are fine. When you see the sila, it means it's better to continue, and this means it's better to stop, and this one no all. So the sin means it's like this. And so we recited three ayah last week together. So I'm gonna have Ridwan to recite this ayah for us. And so I want you to apply the rules of stopping on the meme there. You see the tiny meme, right? On this ayah here, Ridwan? This one. This ayah is what I wanted to write to recite for us, starting with. Are you seeing the screen? Can you
Yes.
see it?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, good. So, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. So read the ayah for us.
من الشيطان الرجيم.
I don't see the meme. The green one or the
Yeah,
purple one?
this is the tiny one.
Oh,
It looks tiny, so I'll make it bigger for you. Let
so
me actually,
would it be
yeah,
like my own?
yeah, that's gonna be how it's gonna
All right.
right now. So
أعوذ
yeah, see, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان. Read that now.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إنما يستجب الذين
يستجيب. You see, the jim has a mat.
يستجيب الذي يسمعون
يستجيب الذين. Okay.
يستجيب الذين يسمعون
نعم.
آه. وعلى الموتى
So you don't pronounce this alif. So you guys know,
وال
okay, yeah, that alif is not being pronounced out. Okay, now.
وال والموتى يبعثهم الله ثم إليه يرجعون.
والموتى يبعث. So you did the mem shadda here. You see the one here? That's a nun with shadda, and this is a meme with shadda. They both have the same rule, right? So ثم, say it.
ثم إليه يرجعون.
Yeah. ثم إليه يرجعون. إنما يستجيب الذين يسمعون والموتى يبعثهم الله ثم إليه يرجعون. نعم. Aliyah, go ahead and do this for us. So you see the stop sign here, this do not stop, right? Caution you not to stop. There are two ways to apply this. So if you stop on this, if your breath do not allow you to continue to the next word, if you ever stop, you have to go back again and just continue that. But the best allow you to continue. When you stop, then you have to go back again and read some words back to continue the ayah. So let me do an example. ويقول الذين آمنوا أهؤلاء الذين أقسموا بالله جهد أيمانهم إنهم لمعكم. So I didn't stop on this. I pronounced
Mhm.
this word and stop on innahum. Okay, so that's the kind of like essence of this lamb. And you will not understand it more better unless you know the meaning of the Quran. So if you can grab a meaning, a book, a translation of the meaning of the Quran book, you get to see the difference on stopping here and not stopping. It changes the meaning of the word, of the ayah entirely. Or you can read the other way like this. ويقول الذين آمنوا أهؤلاء الذين أقسموا بالله جهد أيمانهم إنهم لمعكم. I just avoid any means to stop on this أيمانهم. So read the ayah. Uh, يا علي أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ويقول الذين آمنوا
ويقول الذين. So there's a mad here.
ويقول الذين آمنوا ولا
Aha. So there's an hamza. Ha aha ula. Yeah, that looks so very clumsy. Aha. So there's ha aha. So there's a ha, right?
Mhm.
And then there's an alif, tiny alif mad. So the ha is elongated because of that tiny, snaky fatha there, called the mad symbol. Aha. Ah. Ha. So we all know, right? Khalid, this is a tiny alif, right?
Yes.
After the ha. So what's that alif doing there for that aliyah? What's that alif doing there?
Um,
The alif right after the ha, what is it doing?
I'm
What is
so
it?
getting the ha.
Yeah, so you see after the ha there's a tiny alif, right?
Mhm.
What kind of alif is that? Is he what? Is an alif mad? We learned the tiny alif maybe a few weeks ago.
Mhm.
The tiny alif, this is an alif mad, is used to elongate the ha because it's not having any sound. It's the symbol on top of that tiny alif is called mad symbol, indicating that the ha it will be elongated for at least 4 counts, a maximum of 5 counts. So you say aha aha ula illadina Ahaula. You see that combination? You just have to dissect the situation very well and put the correction and the pronunciation in perspective and correctly. So read that ayah again. ويقول.
Huh?
Read the ayah again. ويقول الذين.
ويقول الذين آمنوا هؤلاء الذين أق- أقسموا بالله جهل أيمانهم إذ هم لاءكم
إنهم. read
إنهم لاءكم
إنهم لمعكم. So
إنهم لمعكم
yeah, there's a tiny meme here. Okay, there's a tiny meme here. أهؤلاء الذين أقسموا بالله أيمانهم إنهم لمعكم. So there's a ha. You see, after the noon here, there's a ha. So the ha has like different 5 kind of shapes in the Quran. So when you see the letter ha, mashallah, the ha has 5 different shapes. Have you guys seen that before? The ha. So the ha will have like different shapes, like 5 shapes. Let me sign into this bag. So the way the ha will look in the beginning of the word will be different from the way it's going to look like at the end of the word, or in the middle of the word. Okay, so we need to kind of like logging in back into my yeah, my slides log me out, so it's logging it back into it. Okay. So we all say, oh, I've known the Quran letters, and sometimes if you don't know the letters and the different shapes they come, might be a big challenge as well. So this is a ha. Right? Everyone knows a ha, right? Everyone, a Khalid and everyone, no? That's a ha.
Yeah.
And this also a ha. This shape like this. And this also a ha. Right? You know that Khalid, Aliyah, right? And also ha is written somehow like this sometimes. So you're gonna have something that looks like coffee and it's kind of round, not totally closed. So there's this module we learn about letters in the program. So you're gonna have some exercises and quizzes on difficult letters of the Quran, right? You see, this is a ha. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the one that you just read here, that one looks more deeply different. And you're gonna have something like this open up on it. So this looks very close to like a meme, but it's not a meme. So like this one I'm talking about here. The one that Aliyah just recited. Okay, innahum. You see, it's so open. Are you guys seeing that? It looks open a little bit. It's not completely closed, right? Like this one. And these are all hair as well. You see the hair here as well, and these are hair. So just be mindful of that. Innahum, yeah, lama'akum. Good. Let's do more reading. I think we have more people here with us. So Khalid, your turn to read this entire ayah. So أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هذه
How do you pronounce this? So anytime you have this kind of alif, it's called hamza. Doesn't have anything. Okay? We're gonna learn that topic later on. It's called the rules of hamza. So this alif here, anytime you see this kind of alif, you see it sometimes have something like a small meme on top of it, a small half of a sword. And anytime you see it and you see a lamb right together after it. So there's that alif and there's a lamb right after it. Do you see the same thing here, everyone? And you wanna continue, you wanna start a recitation with that. You're gonna give that alif fatha. So anytime you see it together with the lamb, anytime you see this hamza, this kind of hamza, right? You see how it looks like, right? This kind of alif. You see it? Have you guys seen that a lot, right? Have you seen that Ridwan before?
Yeah.
That's gonna have something like a sword. You see that? You see it? So now you want to start recitation of the Quran, and that's the first ayah or the first ayah of the sequence of an ayah of the Quran you want to read, and you want to start reading from this word. Okay, so anytime you see that alif to get after that alif, Khalid, what letter comes right after that alif? What letter?
لا
A lam. Excellent. A lam. So anytime you see this alif and you see this kind of alif that has nothing, so it has nothing. And the letter that comes right after it is a lam, you're going to pronounce that alif with fatha. So it is going to be alladhi. Okay? So what did I say, guys? What did I say about this alif? When would you always pronounce it as fatha? When would you always pronounce fatha, Ridwan? What time would you always pronounce this kind of alif with fatha? What time? When?
When the lam.
Yeah, whenever it's with a lamb, whenever a lamb comes right after it. Okay? So that's the rule of the Amza. There are four rules of it, but one of them is that one. So anytime you see the alif, this kind of alif, right? That has something like a small sort symbol there, and you don't know, it doesn't have a fatha, it doesn't have kesra, it doesn't have anything, right? It doesn't have a sound that you're gonna pronounce it with. Okay? So the rule is the moment you see a lam right after that kind of alif, you pronounce that alif with a fatha. Okay, so Khali, continue. Alladhi.
الذي خلق الموت والحيوان.
Wal haya, we've learned the tiny mad. So the ya having a fatha, there's a tiny alif mad on top of the wa. So it's not pronounced. The waw is not pronounced. The alif mad is used to pronounce the ya.
Oh, so it gets longer.
Ya wal hayata. So that's how you
Okay.
pronounce it.
والحياة ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن عملا.
ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن عملا. So we make it longer, right? أحسن عملا. So you stop on the jim. It's better to continue, but if you stop, so you can stop or continue on the jim, right? But if you want to continue on it, you're going to pronounce the tanween. You want to say ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن عملا. You got to do the tanween. But it's better to stop there because you can rest your breath as well. Given that it's a long eye. Now, ليبلوكم. ليبلوكم. نعم. Khalid, continue.
Okay. From Leah.
نعم.
From the, okay. ليبلوكم.
ليبلوا. The waw has a fatha.
ليبلوكم
Mhm.
أيكم
أيكم.
أيكم أحسن ما
عما.
أما wait
عملا. So this is a lam alif. This is a lam alif, right? So you see that? عملا. Say it.
أرملا
Mhm.
وهو العزيز الغفور.
وهو العزيز الغفور. Right? So I want to ask all of you guys. So Ridwan, which surah are you reading right now?
بين.
No, Ridwan. I'm talking about Ridwan. Oh, we have some other people. Who is reading Bayina? Who is reading Bayina?
40% class, no,
So
I already know.
he said what?
I already know.
Okay, so for us is reading Bayina. Ridwan, what surah are you reading?
I'm reading Surah Najat.
Suratul Qamari.
Surah Al-Qamar. So you're reading from where? Is it from Baqarah or from Nas?
I don't remember.
Okay, so like since when have you been reading up to Qamar? So did you start from the top, like from Baqarah, or you start from the bottom?
I think I started from the top.
From Baqarah?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't remember where you start from. What about Aliyah? Where are
Aaliyah
you?
finished Aaliyah finished the Quran, but I don't think she finished it well.
Yeah, that's what we are doing here. So we are picking randomly to apply the rules. So this class we are having here, you see, I'm not having you guys to read sequentially because you guys have to be here at the same rule of Tajweed. That's what this class is for. We are picking the rules of Tajweed and applying them so that anyone who wants to read the Quran, like the way you guys can read books in English, learning the basic of the letters, the sound, and what each symbol indicates. That's the purpose of this class we're having. So anyone who wants to be able to read anywhere in the Quran will learn how to read any word, anyhow they look like, be able to pronounce the letters, be able to know how to sound them, right? So like here, I explain the rule of this one here, and how you're gonna pronounce this letter if you want to read an ayah that starts with this kind of word. That the alif does not have any sound to pronounce it with in the first place. So what makes you know what to pronounce it that with? So because whenever you see a lam right after it, you know you have to pronounce the alif with a fatha. Okay, and then the one we're actually revising today is about the stop class, right? So this is the gym indicating, you know, you can continue or you can stop. This one means it's better to continue when you see something like this. So, so let's have someone. Is it Fawaz? Fawaz,
Yeah.
okay, can you try to read each of these words? Try your best. Can you read this word?
Alladhi.
Alladhi. Excellent. Right. Alladhi. How many letters do you have there?
5.
Yeah, excellent. One. Is it five? Is it five? It's
Yeah.
not. It's
No.
4 letters. Okay. So we have the alif, the lam, the dal, and the ya. Okay. So the ya is used to elongate the za. So it's gonna be alladhi. So when you see a ya that's not having, does the ya has anything? For us, does this ya has anything?
No.
No. So it's empty. So it means the ya is used to elongate the za. So it's gonna be alladhi. So the last class we had a long time, maybe 2 weeks ago, we learned about this, right? Khalid, you remember? Khalid, you remember that? I was talking about how
Mhm.
you're gonna use the med, the alif med. So how many med letters do we have, Khalid?
Um, 3.
3. So we have an alif, a waw, and a ya. So the med letters means they use these letters whenever you see them beside any Quran letter. Most often time they will not have anything. They don't have fatha. They don't have any sound. They are used to stretch, elongate the sound of the letter. And when you see them naturally, they use it to elongate the sound for 2 counts. Like here, alladhi. So you're gonna elongate the V for 2 counts. Okay, like here, wa so you're gonna use this alif med to elongate the hamza. So this is a wa, right? Khalid, can you pronounce this word for me, Khalid?
I wait. وآتاكم.
Okay, great, Khalid. But you don't wanna go for more than 2 counts. Wa atakum. Mashallah, Khalid, good job. Wa atakum, right? So the ta has a tiny med, right, as well, Khalid, right?
Mhm.
So wa. Okay, so Fawaz, read this. Okay, I got 2 more minutes. Read this one here. What's the second word? How do you pronounce the second word?
Hello.
خلق, right?
Hello.
خلق. What are the letters in the word?
Ha.
Kha.
Ha.
There's nothing like kha. Kha.
Ho.
Uh-huh. Kha. Uh-huh.
Half.
After the kha, what letter comes after the kha?
Lamb.
Lam. Then the last letter of it, what?
Half.
Qaf. So, and they all have the asan, right? خلق. Right? خلق. Then read it up to this point here. You see here, you're reading Surah Al-Mulk. This is Surah Al-Mulk here, but if you're able to pronounce the letters and join it together, you're amazing. You're able to read anywhere in the Quran itself. Okay, so read this segment here, Khalid, as Fawaz. Then we're going to end the class. Inshallah, the first thing next week, guys, we'll have a Kahoot quiz. I don't have one tonight this morning. Inshallah, the first thing we'll do next week, before we move to the next topic of learning the Tajweed, is going to do our Kahoot quiz of these rules we've learned today and last week. So, yeah, Fawaz, read that ayah.
الذي خلق سا سياء
Sab, that's the ba. Sab'a. So you pronounce
سبع
the ba with sukun. You see, this is sukun here, which shorten the sound of the letter. Okay, it makes the sound of the letter shortened. Instead of having sab'a, it's not gonna be sab. So you shorten the sound. The sound gets reduced on your mouth, on your tongue. Sab, sab'a. So pronounce that.
سب سبعة
Uh-huh.
سماوات سماوات طبيعي طبيعي
طي طي
طيب
طيباء. You see the ba have mad.
طباقة on
طيباء. Excellent. Okay, we'll stop here tonight, this afternoon or this morning, wherever you guys are based. I'm in the afternoon here. Where are you guys located for us in the UK, right?
yeah
Yes. Great. Your brother, what's the name?
Fawzi and Fawzan
Fauzi
and Fawzan.
and Fauzan. MashaAllah. Are you twins?
No, triplets.
Triplets? MashaAllah. So we have Fauzi, Fauzan, and Fawaz.
Yeah.
MashaAllah. So you guys are on the same ayah, the same page you're reading? Bayina?
I'm reading Surah Naziat.
Nazi'at. MashaAllah. Okay, so next week, get ready for the quiz. We'll do the quiz about the stuff, and then we'll do some more practice as well on another topic of Tajweed of interest. Then, guys, make sure you read your Quran and try Fawzan and Fawaz. So aside from the surah that you're reading in the classes, and Ridwan and Khalid and Aliyah, all of you, I want you guys to build the confidence. Okay, try reading from somewhere that you've not read before. Okay, try reading from somewhere. So try to pronounce the letters. Try to join them together. Okay, so this is the courage I want to give you guys, the confidence to be able to read anywhere in the Quran yourself. Okay, so I'll stop here and I will see you guys next week. Inshallah.
Assalamualaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika wa ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta wa nastaghfiruka.
Good day. Assalamualaikum. Have a good day.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.